Alright, good morning or afternoon. Today is going to be a completely review lesson, but yet we still see these problems all the time, so I want to go through these common usage errors. Alright, so as we go through this, we'll start by saying this. These are the most common errors that in our we see in our writing nowadays, or I see in your writing. The difference between affect versus effect, the difference between than and then, the difference between there, and there, the difference between your and your, the difference between singular subjects perceived as plural, or in other words, agreement in number of subject and verb, and then articles of speech and the. All right, first is affect versus effect. Now, the word affect means to have an influence. It is used as a verb. It is almost never used as a noun. So when it's used, it should be used in a place where you could write the words have an influence and have it mean the same thing. The word effect can be used as both a verb and a noun. Okay, as a verb, it means to cause something. Okay, or effect, yeah, to cause something, or it causes. As a noun, it means it's the result of some action. So if it affects something, it's the cause. If it's used as a noun, it's the effect. Some examples for you. Effect uses the verb incorrectly. This page will not affect you. Okay. Effect verb used correctly, this page will affect change. Okay, and you see the difference because in this case, affect is an action, which is the verb. Okay, affect verb used incorrectly, so affect now with the a. This page will affect change. Could be correct, but it's not what the reader or the writer's trying to say. However, the correct form could be this page will not affect you. Once again, if we wanted to substitute have an influence on, we could rewrite the sentence as saying this page will not have an influence on you. Affect as a noun, incorrect usage, this page will not have an effect. Or correct, this page will not have any effect. Okay, so that's the result of the cause. So the cause and the effect. All right. Than and then. Very simply put, than is used when you're comparing two things. He is shorter than me. I am richer than him. Anytime you compare things, you're using than. Anytime you're talking about time or sequence, you're using then. Okay, we did this. Then we did this. Then we did this. Okay, talking about sequences of time. Okay, so it's very, very straightforward. Then is comparing, then is time. Now, it's a very simple rule, but yet this is the one, this and the a versus and rule are the two that we see mixed up the most. And that is because quite often Microsoft Word does not capture these errors. And we as writers, we're typing through very quickly and we don't notice those errors. So please, as you're typing, make sure you notice those errors. Just simple examples. Incorrect, Google is better than Yahoo. Correct is Google is better than Yahoo. Incorrect, if Yahoo fails, then Google rules. Correct would be if Yahoo fails, then Google rules. All right, there, and there. Three different. There is the place. There with the EIR is possession or belonging to somebody. There with the apostrophe RE is the contraction they are. Okay, this is something that I think we learned in like third grade, but we still seem to see a lot of errors with this usage. So please make sure that when you're typing, you pay special attention to your there usage. Incorrect, Google will prevail over their competition. It should be EIR. Incorrect, the SEO manual is over there. It should be there, meaning location. It's hard to tell what they're going to do. It should be the conjunction they are. All right, your and your. Another very straightforward kind of rule that we see mixed up all the time. Your without the apostrophe means possession. Okay, it's your shoes. They are your shoes. It's your dog, your TV, things like that. Your with the apostrophe is a contraction, meaning you are. So you're at school right now. You're watching a grammar video. All things that you could, if you wanted to, write out in longhand as meaning saying you are at school. You are there. Okay? And some examples. Now, this is another one of the more common mistakes that we see. The letter A, or goes before any consonant sound. Okay, anytime that you have a consonant sound, it's the letter okay, a shoe, a computer, a glass, a cup, okay? However, anytime that the noun after the article begins with a vowel sound, you will then use the and. So, for instance, an iPhone, okay? Oh, here, let's look at our examples. So, correct. A rainbow has many colors. An egg has lots of protein. Have you ever seen a buffalo? Okay, so anytime that you have the, so in this case, rainbow beginning with a consonant sound, so you have you have egg, which begins with a vowel sound, so you have an, and you have buffalo beginning with a consonant sound, so that's Incorrect, I received a 80, 80 beginning with an E, so that should be an and. I received a 80. I needed to buy an purple onion. That is incorrect. And at school, you receive an degree. No, you receive a degree. All right. Now that we've had those simple reviews, I expect there will be no mastering activity for this lesson. I expect to see 0 errors. So on your next major writing assignment, your mastering activity will simply be that I expect not to see any errors. If you have any more questions about the usage, the common usage errors, please let me know. We'll try to figure out ways for you to remember them or to figure out the rules. Other than that, have a good day, and we'll see you soon.